What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. So we have a new topic to discuss today, and I know it's a very relevant topic to discuss in the world today because a lot of people practice this. I personally practice this, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about it because maybe they don't understand how it really works. So today we are learning about fasting. First, tell you how fasting works, everything that's happening to your body while you're in a fast, and then we're gonna explain what you can and cannot do when you're fasting. So this is gonna be based off of a 14-hour fast, but I want to talk about the different states. So the first state that you're actually going to undergo, this is directly after you finish your last meal, your blood sugar levels are going to rise. So this is from food intake. Obviously, it's from all the ingested carbs being processed and released into the bloodstream as glucose. Glucose is a sugar, and which makes our blood sugar level rises since sugar is being put into the bloodstream. So this is also the phase where glycogen gets stored in your muscles and your liver, and that's going to be used as an energy source throughout this whole fast. Moving on to the second state, which happens 3 hours after your last meal. This is when your blood sugar levels start to drop. So this state begins when the insulin transports the glucose in our blood cells to our cells and tissues. This basically means glucose levels in our blood drops, and therefore our sugar levels start to drop. Also in this state, for energy, we are using the stored glycogen in our muscles and liver, and now we're using glucose in our blood for energy. In this state, no fat is being burned for energy. You're not losing any fat. Fat is still being stored at this time. Moving on to the third state, all right? The third state is blood sugar levels settled down. So this means they're coming to a rest. This happens 9 hours after your last meal. So this is when our food has been digested and we stop producing the insulin. And after we stop producing insulin, now our blood sugar levels can relax. But not everything is relaxed because our muscles are still trying to continuously consume energy. Moving on to the fourth state, and this is a big state, this is the fat burning state, all right? This happens 11 hours after your last meal on a 14-hour fast. This is a state where your body starts craving energy, all right? We even at this point have ran out of our stored glycogen in our muscles and our liver. So now that we are out of all of our glycogen reserves, we have to go into our fat reserves. We're being forced to. Now, in order to tap into these fat reserves, we have to start producing 6 fat burning hormones that our body naturally gives off, and these are HGH, insulin-like growth factor, glucagon, adrenaline, and T3 or triiodothyronine. Big word, I know, but they're all 6 of these are fat-burning hormones, and they all play a huge factor in fat loss when fasted and in regular fat loss too. So now the fifth state after your fat-burning state is called the ketosis state. So this is 12 hours after your last meal and 1 hour after your fat-burning state. This is when the ketone bodies are produced as a product of you burning fat. So a ketone or ketone body, they're just fatty acid molecules that provide energy to your heart, brain, and every other vital organ. So these also activate nerve cells in your brain and increase your intellect capacity, which is why in this state, we're feeling more like inclined to be proactive, to get stuff done. We're like concentrating a lot more on what we're doing. We're really focused. And that is why, because the ketones are producing all the energy to our hearts, our organs, our brain, and it's stimulating. The sixth and final phase, and it's the best phase because at the end you get to eat, and it's the 14th hour. So this is 14 hours after your last meal. The sixth state is the autophagy state, all right? So what does autophagy mean? Because maybe you don't know what autophagy means. Autophagy in Greek means to consume oneself, which is basically what's happening because in this state, our cells are beginning to process themselves. What that means is they're beginning to refine them and try to bring them back to make them new. But in this state, they're required to recycle protein, which regenerates and makes our cells completely renewed. Now, after this is all said and done, and you hit the sixth state of autophagy, you can have your meal, okay? Now, let's talk about what you can and cannot have when you're fasting and not fasting. When you're fasting, you cannot eat anything. Can you consume stuff? Yes, but you cannot eat anything. No calories, nothing, all right? But you can have water, tea, and coffee. All right, those are the 3 that I recommend. You can have amino acids too if you want, but I'm not too much of a fan of amino acids being used in a fast because I think it kind of defeats the whole purpose of a fast when you're introducing new amino branches to your body. But that is what you can have, all right? So it's liquids, but it's certain liquids. So it's black coffee, black tea, and water. Now, when you're not fasting and you're eating, you can have whatever you want. If your goal is not to like lose a ton of weight, have a flexible diet. Maintain a mindset that, hey, I'm going to watch what I'm going to eat, but feel free to have the cake that you want. Feel free to have a donut if you want in the morning. Feel free to snack on your Cheez-Its if you want. You can have whatever you want. Just be mindful, because the whole point of a fast is to lose weight, I feel like. But also, you can have very good health benefits from a fast because it increase your intellect and it can also increase your overall body composition. As a person who practices fasting themselves, I practice a 14-hour fast every single day, and I think it really is beneficial for my fat loss journey. I maintain the same macros that I calculated in yesterday's video, and I use those. You don't have to have any specific diet. You can go off of any diet that you want. The whole point of this, after you're fasting, you can have whatever you want. You can consume all that you want. Just be mindful of what you're eating and how healthy or unhealthy it is, but you can still be flexible. Not everybody's trying to prep for a show or lose 10% body fat. We're just trying to meet our standards for ourselves. Also, guys, we got a Power Crunch bar here. As always, you can't have one of these talks without one. If you want to see the bite being taken again, because I will film it again. They're so good. I would just love if the Power Crunch company would just like send me a box. Like, oh my God, I'd be the happiest camper. Like I just love these so much. Like breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner. Like, okay, they can be your lunch or dinner. But sometimes like when I start off the day, I really want to have a bar like this. Like especially off my fast, I want to have a bar because I just want to eat something quick because I'm normally doing work at 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? I'm normally in class, so I want to have a bar. Whew, these are just so good. Oh my God. They're so soft. It tastes like a Kit Kat, dude. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you could, hit the subscribe button for me and turn on those post notifications so you can be notified when I post more videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, if you learned anything from this video. If you took something away from this video, comment it down below, and I'll read it and comment back to you. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.